Right now, while you're watching this video, something serious is happening inside your body. It's quiet, you can't feel it, but it's a constant battle playing out inside your arteries. And here, the unsettling truth, millions of seniors have been paying attention to the wrong warning sign their entire lives. For decades, most of us were taught to focus on the lower blood pressure number, the diastolic reading, the calm number, the one that looks reassuring when it stays low. But modern science has turned that advice upside down. Massive long-term research following millions of adults shows that after the age of 60, one number predicts heart attacks, strokes, kidney failure, and even dementia far more accurately than the other. And shockingly, the number most seniors worry about barely matters anymore. What makes this even more dangerous is how aging changes the rules. Your arteries at 70 do not behave the way they did at 40. A reading that was harmless decades ago can now be a loud warning siren, yet most people still glance at two numbers on a blood pressure cuff without knowing which one deserves their full attention. That confusion can create a false sense of safety, and false safety is one of the most dangerous conditions of all. And it gets worse. In 2019, researchers analyzed more than 36 million blood pressure readings. 36 million. Their findings were so clear that major medical guidelines were forced to change. This single discovery explains why so many older adults with acceptable readings still suffered heart attacks and strokes. The risk was hiding in plain sight. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what that number is, why it matters so much after 60, and what you can start doing today to protect your heart and brain. Before we dive in, take a moment to comment your age and where you're watching from. We read every comment here at BioOptimize Vision, and your experiences help others learn too. Let's start by clearing up one of the biggest misconceptions. That bottom number, the diastolic pressure, measures the force in your arteries when your heart is resting between beats. In younger adults, it's an important signal. But as you age, its predictive power fades. Long-term research tracking adults for more than 20 years found that once people pass 60, diastolic pressure on its own has little connection to future heart attacks or strokes when the top number is taken into account. Why does this happen? Because your arteries change. When you're young, they're flexible and elastic. They stretch and recoil smoothly with every heartbeat. Over time, that elasticity fades. Calcium builds up. Elastin is replaced by stiffer collagen. The vessels become rigid. When that happens, the heart has to push harder to move blood forward. The result is a rising top number while the bottom number stays the same or even drops. This leads to a condition that affects nearly 1 in 3 adults over 65, a high top number with a normal bottom number. For years, this was brushed off as normal aging. But long-running cardiovascular studies proved it's anything but harmless. Seniors with this pattern face a sharply higher risk of stroke, heart failure, and kidney disease, even if their diastolic number looks fine. Quick check-in: if you've ever looked at your reading and thought, "My bottom number is okay, so I'm fine," tap the like button right now. This information could genuinely change how you protect your health. There's also a hidden number most people never calculate: pulse pressure. It's simply the difference between your top and bottom readings. And in older adults, that gap tells a powerful story. Research following tens of thousands of seniors found that every 10-point increase in this gap significantly raised the risk of major cardiovascular events, even when the individual numbers appeared acceptable. A wide gap signals stiff arteries. When vessels can't expand properly, the force of each heartbeat is transmitted directly to delicate organs like the brain and kidneys. Over time, that constant pounding damages small blood vessels, contributing not only to heart disease but also to cognitive decline. Some studies even found pulse pressure predicted dementia risk better than either blood pressure number alone. Now let's talk about timing, because when your blood pressure rises can be just as important as how high it goes. Heart attacks and strokes occur most often in the morning, and this isn't random. After waking, your body releases stress hormones, your blood thickens slightly from dehydration, and your nervous system shifts into action mode. For seniors with stiff arteries, this creates a dangerous spike known as the morning surge. Large home monitoring studies showed that older adults with big morning jumps faced more than double the risk of stroke compared to those with steadier patterns, even if their average readings were similar. This is why checking blood pressure only once a day can miss critical information. Morning readings matter. Simple habits can help blunt this surge: drinking water immediately after waking, eating breakfast within a couple of hours, moving gently before standing up. These small actions support smoother circulation during the most vulnerable time of day. Another overlooked factor is consistency. Blood pressure that swings wildly from day to day places extra strain on arteries. Large analyses found that seniors with high variability had a much higher risk of stroke, even when their average numbers looked fine. Stable readings protect blood vessels. Irregular ones damage them. This brings us to the most important point of all. After 60, the top number, systolic blood pressure, is the strongest predictor of cardiovascular risk. The evidence is overwhelming. Major clinical trials showed that lowering systolic pressure significantly reduced heart attacks, strokes, and overall deaths, especially in adults over 75. The higher that top number climbs, the higher the risk without a safe cutoff. This happens because stiff arteries can't absorb pressure. Every heartbeat sends a shockwave through the system. Over millions of beats, that damage accumulates. Lowering systolic pressure reduces that force and protects vital organs. Lifestyle changes matter. Reducing sodium, following nutrient-rich eating patterns, staying physically active, managing weight, sleeping well, and controlling stress all lower systolic pressure. When needed, medications play a critical role, and combinations often work better than single drugs. The goal isn't good enough. It's reaching a meaningful target and maintaining it consistently. You now understand what many people never learn: which number matters most, which patterns are dangerous, and which actions truly reduce risk. This knowledge gives you power, the power to ask better questions, track smarter, and protect your future. If you've noticed your blood pressure is higher in the morning, share your experience in the comments. And if this video helped clarify something important, please like it, subscribe, and follow BioOptimize Vision. We're here to bring you science-backed knowledge that helps you live stronger, healthier, and longer.